Hey guys, it's Katie Patterson Ingalls here, and I finished up with my meal prepping, and I'm going to share with you what I have done. I know many of you tune in or check out my video on Sundays because I'm sharing what I've meal prepped for this week to help give you ideas, and I love knowing that, and so I thank you so much for letting me know. I've been a health and fitness coach now for 2.5 years, and since then I started meal prepping. I was intimidated by what they described that would be helpful because it helped you to stay on track and make the best choices. It sounded scary. It sounded like this is something that I could not do. It would take too much time. But let me tell you guys, on average, 1.5 to 2 hours that I spend on a Sunday meal prepping is by far absolutely worth every minute, because that helps me to save at least an hour every night, if not an hour and a half, whenever I'm gone 11, 12 hours a day for work. And then we always have evening activities, right? So I do not want to be stuck in the kitchen. I don't want to be trying to figure out what I'm cooking, and I don't want to waste money by stopping at the drive-through and then putting some junk into our bodies so we don't feel as good. So we'll say that meal prepping is the new fast food, okay? So I'm going to give you some ideas of what I've done, and I want you to know that so many times people say, Katie, I'm married to a meat and taters man, and I don't think he would go for meal prepping and the things that I'm having. Guys, so am I, and I grew up in a meat and taters family, and so I want you to see that this is totally possible. Okay, so right here, first thing, this was a loin that was on sale, a pork loin. And while we raise our own hog and butcher, sometimes they're just too good a deal to pass up. So this was like a $7 honey mustard loin. And so I just got done baking this. And then these were steamers that I had, like they're the steamer bags that come. In our grocery store, we find them right next to kind of where the lettuce is and where the spinach and things like that. So I did a steamer and I did it all around here. And so this just baked in the oven. And so the roasted vegetables and then the pork loin is already done. And then it'll be warmed up for tomorrow night and it'll still taste delicious. So you could put some red potatoes with that. I also, at the same time, I cut up some sweet potatoes, and so they're already put here in a container, but all I did was slice them about this. You can see about how thick they are. I sliced them, put them on a cookie sheet, and then I took some coconut oil. I melted it, coconut oil, and just lightly brushed them, and then I did some pink Himalayan salt on top of them, and they are going to be so good. And then I love that I have these already ready for a great side, so that's an option as well. And so I also took a vote, and they wanted, we needed some Italian. We haven't had anything for a little while that way. So we said we wanted to have we had spaghetti 2 weeks ago. We wanted to have lasagna. Fantastic. So I decided, I have a favorite, it's called Grandma's Tomato Sauce. I've done the 21-day fix before, and Autumn Calabrese is a top celebrity trainer, and her and her brother also have a cookbook, and I love how everything is clean and still delicious. So I made my own sauce today. I don't always do that, but I like to when I can. So this is what here's some that's left, but that's what I am using to make as the sauce for my lasagna. So I browned our ground hamburger that we raised, and drained off all the grease. If there's any extra grease, go ahead and drain that off, okay? And then go ahead and then line. Instead of, I do ricotta cheese, but I also did half of it to be actually cottage cheese. So a half and half for a little bit healthier option too. So this is looking really pretty. This came out, it's still warm, came out just a little bit ago, and I had a little helper. Colden is in 4-H, and so he's in cooking, and so it's a perfect time for a little man to be getting some projects down to be putting in his book come summer, and also just learning to cook good meals. So this is a lot of lasagna, but if you'll see, I really only have 2 big things planned this week, okay? And then we may do I may do sandwiches later on this week, and that is okay. So I do not cook more than 3 meals a week because I was always throwing away more food than I should have and needed to be. I do not like doing that. And the other part that does not get ate, I will cut that off and I will put it in the freezer for another time, like when I'm traveling for work, and so they can just pull that out. But I'm going to tell you how I made mine a little healthier. So you see the zucchini and squash here. I believe it's this side. I cut up zucchini. And so I have layers of zucchini in here, and I put them in there pretty thick. You can actually see this is a little thicker. So every time I have like 3 layers, and there's at least 2 big layers of zucchini on this side. So they might have that with me, or they might not, and that's Mama's chunk for a couple days, actually probably 3. And so that is fine. Those are the ways that I can make it a little bit healthier. Okay, so I had extra sauce left that you see here, and so I'm going to take this to work with me. I have the sauce and some hamburger that was left, and I went ahead. Oh, good, it's not hot anymore. It just came out not too long ago. And then what I did here was just slice those up and roasted them in the oven as well. So I'm going to take that to work. That'll be a couple meals at work for me for lunch. So hope that gives you some ideas. Always have a spring mix here. That'll go with the lasagna, and had some delicious grapes that are on sale, and have some apples, and also have some cuties over in the pantry as well. So you'll see, very simple. I didn't go crazy making tons, but it smells delicious in this house. I have very happy people this week, and you can see that I'm pretty much always having beef or pork, sometimes chicken. My husband is not a fan of chicken, and honestly, I prefer beef and pork myself as well, but we will have some chicken. I might actually, just if when it's nicer out here, I may just throw some chicken on the grill and pick some asparagus up. So if we get done and with all of these things and there's nothing left over by Friday, that's what I'll do. I'll put some chicken on the grill. My husband, we might make him a hamburger, and then put some asparagus on the grill. So anyways, I appreciate you guys sharing that you enjoy these tips and these ideas. I gave a marinade yesterday, if you didn't see my video, because I was preparing some meats for my family last night, and I decided why not just share my favorite go-to marinade, and so you'll have to watch for that. I also want to let you know that, guys, there is this crazy program that we've been doing, and it's we've been seeing crazy results with the body transformations unlike any other that I've seen, that comes with shredding fat and comes with more muscle definition, especially in our abs and in our glutes, and honestly for me and my legs as well too. So we're having a little sneak peek this week about it, and we are a little over halfway through the program. It's an 80-day long program. We're a little over halfway, and so I would love to invite you to be a part of that. I'm going to be creating an event for it, and so I'll be sharing that either later today or tomorrow. So please watch for that event if you're interested just to hear a little bit more about it. It's about time nutrition and focusing on when you're putting the nutrition into your body, and then seeing some of the results that we have had since we've started this program. So if you're interested, comment below sneak peek, and so I can make sure that I get you a link to that event. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the day. I am looking forward to getting a workout in and snuggling with my babies this evening, and want to make sure that we get a little more reading time in lately. So you guys take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.